When a supposedly celebratory television set turns into an absolute psychological war zone behind the scenes, you have to ask yourself what dark, hidden power struggles are really playing out right under our noses, because everywhere Meghan Markle goes, heavy controversy and suffocating drama seem to follow her every single step. Just like Astroworld. MasterChef Australia's 18th season was already well underway when producers dropped a massive surprise that nobody saw coming, announcing Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, as a special guest judge who would join regular judges Poh Ling Yao, Sofia, Levin, and Jean-Christophe Novelli in the iconic kitchen. Poh is widely known for her cheerful personality, her warm attitude, and her uncanny ability to remain positive even under intense pressure, but it seems Meghan somehow managed to break her completely.
Oh no, she's done it again. Meghan Markle has just made the judge of Australian MasterChef, a household name, beloved figure in Australia, Poh Ling Yao, cry during filming. And all of this shocking information, including these pictures showing that vile look, the type of look that she used to shoot at Catherine and Prince Harry all the time.
Just like Astroworld. According to reports, when she began working with Meghan, the experience quickly became emotionally draining behind the cameras, leaving Poh visibly upset after filming concluded. This came as a massive shock to members of the camera crew because only moments earlier she had been smiling, laughing, and interacting happily with everyone, but the moment the camera stopped rolling, everything changed. She reportedly became emotional, and before long, she could no longer hold back her tears, whispering a chilling reminder of how fast things can go wrong. Just like Astroworld, the episode is set to air on July 26th, and viewers will see a polished, cheerful MasterChef kitchen with Poh smiling brightly, but what allegedly happened behind the cameras tells a completely different, darker story filled with awkward silence, forced conversations, and visible discomfort between Meghan and those around her.
So it'll be airing next week, and Meghan has asked all of the contestants to create a dish that is fit for a duchess. It's understood that she'll be wanting them to create something that's sort of nostalgic and has a story behind it, and also using local produce, so some strawberries, macadamia, honey, things that she loves. It'll be interesting to see if any of the contestants try and recreate one of her fruit spreads, for example.
Just like Astroworld. When Meghan allegedly noticed that much of the attention had shifted away from her and toward Poh, frustration reportedly began to build inside her as she wondered why contestants felt more comfortable approaching Poh instead of her. She started looking for a desperate way to regain the spotlight, but she could not act the way she truly wanted because producers kept stepping in several times to keep filming on schedule and prevent the tense atmosphere from becoming completely obvious to the public. Everything remained under control only because of those frantic interventions. But while all this was happening, Poh reportedly had no idea that Meghan was already becoming increasingly frustrated, simply believing everything was fine between them and continuing her usual friendly manner. Just like Astroworld. Before filming even began, Meghan and her team had specifically requested that the word royal not be used during her introduction. But according to insiders, Poh unintentionally made a mistake that made the situation infinitely worse. During some promotional material, she introduced Meghan as royalty, and Meghan's team quickly objected because she had stepped away from royal duties years earlier, turning what was meant as a harmless compliment into an uncomfortable trap behind the scenes. The episode was taped earlier this year, and Yao accidentally introduced Markle as, quote, royalty during her guest judge appearance, saying the show, quote, had MasterChef royalty in the kitchen before, but no one liked this.
Do reveal that things were so bad that the producers had to step in several times, with behind-the-scenes sources revealing that while things looked picture-perfect on screen, tensions were simmering beneath the surface. A bit like her spread, I guess.
But according to Sky News, Markle and her team insisted producers not claim she's royalty, though the show went on to introduce her formally as the Duchess of Sussex anyway. Poh reportedly became deeply upset about the incident because she believes she had accidentally created a protocol issue she never intended to cause, and anyone familiar with Poh knows she always tries to treat guests respectfully and make everyone feel comfortable. So, when the misunderstanding over Meghan's royal status happened, Poh blamed herself herself and became emotionally affected by it, playing a major role in the tears she later shed on set because she genuinely felt she had done something wrong. But New Ideas reporting continued. Perhaps the most uncomfortable moment came after the camera stopped rolling, when promotional material touting Meghan's upcoming appearance saw Poh introducing her as royalty. And you'll remember the reporting was that her team were frustrated about that while waiting outside the studio. Poh was upset because she didn't realize that by using the word royalty, she'd gone against Meghan's strict wishes. And you can't blame her, can you? After some time, however, Poh managed to recover and return to being the cheerful and energetic person everyone knows, trying to move on and keep the atmosphere positive. But according to reports, that did not sit well with Meghan at all. Seeing Poh smiling again, making jokes, and lifting everyone's mood allegedly became another source of intense frustration. And when Poh tried to make everyone laugh with her natural sense of humor, her jokes fell completely flat with Meghan. It was described as being like telling a joke to someone who simply refused to laugh, where even while people around her smiled or giggled, Meghan maintained a chilling, serious expression at Poh's jokes.
Meghan's just not really good at just flowing through life. She has to make everything insanely difficult. This is what we have seen endlessly. Is everything about her is a struggle, and she does it to herself. So Meghan's on-set request has reportedly left MasterChef judge Poh Ling Yao upset.
As the camera stopped rolling and the dust began to settle on what should have been a triumphant television appearance, the whispers behind the scenes grew only louder, painting a deeply unsettling picture of control, friction, and calculated image management. When the production team noticed that the chemistry between the judges was still not improving, they decided to step in once again to save the project from total disaster. According to insiders, editors spent extra time reworking the episode before it aired, meticulously scrubbing away the ugly truth of what really went down in that kitchen. Several lighthearted moments were removed, awkward exchanges were cut out completely, uncomfortable pauses mysteriously disappeared, and conversations that reportedly revealed raw, unfiltered tension between Meghan and others on set were erased to protect public perceptions. This careful, frantic editing was done purely to protect the public image of everyone involved and to prevent viewers from noticing the glaring, toxic problems bubbling just beneath the polished surface. Meghan Markle may have thought her appearance on Australian MasterChef would help propel her image as a culinary connoisseur, and yet somehow the appearance has turned into a master mess. Because according to reports, Meghan Markle made one of the co-hosts cry over the use of the word royalty, which is utterly bizarre as Meghan is deeply obsessed with her own title. Realizing immediately that these explosive reports could brutally damage Meghan's public image, her high-priced public relations team moved with lightning speed to control the narrative before it completely slipped through their fingers, while insiders continued describing genuinely awkward moments and suffocating tension during production. Meghan's frantic representatives insisted there had been no major conflict at all, spinning an entirely different fairy tale for the public. Instead, they praised Meghan as a wonderful guest judge and maintained that she worked exceptionally well with everyone, claiming the filming went smoothly, Meghan performed brilliantly, and there were zero problems between her and any of the other judges on set. It is undoubtedly one of the most talked about television appearances in recent memory, and finally, we have a taste of what was cooked up in the MasterChef kitchen when Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, stopped by. However, many sharp-eyed commentators quickly pointed out that this was not the first time Meghan had faced devastating accusations about how she treated the people she worked with day in and day out. During her time as a working royal, there were widespread public reports alleging that members of staff had bitterly complained about severe bullying behind closed palace doors. And because of those previous chilling stories, hearing similar reports connected to MasterChef did not surprise critics at all. Critics of Meghan claim that she consistently struggled to work comfortably with strong, vibrant personalities around her who might accidentally eclipse her own radiance. It was allegedly rumored that in her very early days while working as a royal by marriage, she threw hot tea on a staffer who displeased her, and if that dark rumor is true, she is a truly irredeemable piece of trash, as many already suspect. According to these ongoing reports, Meghan allegedly found it deeply difficult to connect with Poh's easygoing nature and genuinely outgoing personality, failing to match that warmth. While Poh was simply trying to keep the atmosphere light and enjoyable for everyone, Meghan was reportedly completely unable to match that organic energy, and instead of allowing Poh to naturally shine, reports claimed Meghan tried desperately to pull attention back toward herself. When those transparent efforts failed to yield the desired effect, the atmosphere soured even further, and by the end of filming, many people were once again discussing Meghan's questionable behavior in hushed, tense tones. People started comparing the chaotic situation directly to the long-discussed, infamous story surrounding Princess Catherine before Meghan's wedding, when leaked reports claimed Catherine was left deeply upset during the bridesmaids' dress fittings for Charlotte. What is this now? The story was that Kate was left in tears apparently at a bridesmaid's dress fitting for Charlotte, as the Daily Telegraph points out that Kate had given birth to Prince Louis just a month earlier and was feeling quite vulnerable and emotional.